Hi, today I want to talk to you about a major change in the city of Portland, and it has to do with Portland's relocation ordinance. The mayor, Ted Wheeler, has passed through an emergency change that basically says if you issue a rent increase notice and that rent increase is effective between September 16th, 2020 and March 31st of 2021, that you are now going to be triggering relocation. It used to be you had to be increasing the rent more than 10%, and now it's increases of any amount of any kind. So if this increases $2 or $10 or $100, you are now triggering relocation. Now, a couple things that you need to be mindful of is depends on when that notice went out and when that notice goes into effect, right? If that notice goes into effect before the 16th of September, then you probably don't have to worry about it. However, if you sent that notice out and that new increase starts after September 16th, then basically you have a couple options. Either A, you could rescind the notice, or B, you can wait for the resident to respond. The resident has 45 days or until September 30th, which is ever later, to respond. If they do and your notice went out before the 16th, then you have the option of rescinding it at that time. So you don't necessarily need to do anything proactive. Now, if you sent the notice out after the 16th and you sent it out in good faith and you weren't aware of the ordinance, then you can rescind that notice within 30 days. If you don't rescind that notice within 30 days, then you're in a situation where you've triggered relocation. So basically, only in scenarios where that notice went out and the effect goes in after the 16th of September, do you have the benefit of waiting to hear from the resident. Now, if the resident does notify you within that time frame, you have 30 days to rescind the notice or you're triggering relocation, and at that point you have to comply with the rest of the notice. Now, the problem is that a lot of landlords have already been under tremendous pressure with eviction moratoriums, a lot of the other regulatory environment. We're really concerned that a lot of the unintended consequences here are going to be people are either going to withdraw those notices and potentially abandon the rental market as soon as they are able, or B, they're going to be in a situation where now, instead of doing a smaller increase, they're going to max the increase to the state level. Because if you're below market on your property and you need to bring it to market so that you can sell it or just to increase the value because you've been in a situation where you're able to have lower rents and now you're not, this is going to create some really interesting splits in the rental market. You're just going to see fairly large increases coming out that probably wouldn't have come out otherwise. So these are some concerning unintended consequences that the mayor's chosen to disregard, which isn't surprising given a lot of the rules they've implemented. So if you have any questions about this, or you want to learn more about what's going on in the Oregon or Washington housing market, we strongly encourage you to subscribe to our channel. We're going to continue to send out updates about this, COVID updates related to housing, etc. Thanks for tuning in, and go ahead and check those notices.